Yeah. Once the recording kicks in, then audience members can join.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now we're up, everybody.
Okay. So anyway, I'll start off with a brief intro here. Jayson Ward, thanks for joining Nate and Luis and myself. I stumbled across Jayson on Facebook about a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And I could tell that a lot was going on, and I kept sending him one instant message after another. Call me. Yeah, I'll call you. Yeah, I'll call you. Finally, I sent him a recording of the EMS presentation that Colony asked me to do. I sent it to him, and then Jayson got a hold of it, and Jayson, you take over from here.
Matter of fact, the day Doc sent it to me, I was coming home from Mount Sinai, where I am a patient, and I was on the train, and I downloaded the podcast and 6 different other apps so I could actually listen to this podcast, because God forbid anything's universal in this world. And it hit home. I mean, Doc could have been describing me to a T. And it hit me so much so that I listened to it 4 times in the train ride from Penn Station to Albany. And then when I got back, I sent Doc a message going, okay, you win. Let's talk. And here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a joy to talk to. We've met at Legion Hall and chowed down, introduced at least one of the kids. I met his infant daughter, and it's been thoroughly enjoyable. And he's very, like you guys, he's very blunt and open and not soft-spoken at all about what he has been through. So I figured this would work, and I think finally, since technology is working now, we have a shot at it. So the way we usually do this is I start off with what I hope will be a thought-provoking question, and then I let you guys have at it. In the case of Jayson, just using my imagination and what you guys have chosen to tell me about as the years have gone by, in addition to arriving on scene, wondering if another building was going to fall, starting to see way too much in terms of body parts, breathing in dust that largely is enhanced by DuPont, to say the very least. And as time goes by, I remember Jayson sent me a link of him, for lack of a better term, testifying before a congressman. I don't know if that's the best word.
Testifying before a New York State senator.
Okay.
The senatorial board on labor relations or some such stupid make you feel good politician bullshit.
Right.
So anyway, one thing that you texted me was most of the people, something along the lines of, I'm not getting it right, most of the people in that video were dead.
Yes.
And so what I started thinking, what's it like for you to have to put up with this monster creeping up on you in slow motion, outliving so many of your brothers and sisters? And this is, it's a graphic way of thinking about it, but somebody said people were murdered in slow motion at that day, on that day.
You're right. And I'm going to jump around here a little bit, and I'm still going to hate your question, but like in typical Jayson fashion, where it's long and drawn out. It's funny, I went down for my annual physical last week. Matter of fact, a week from today. In theory, 1 week ago right now, I was just getting home. And I was talking to the doctor there, and, you know, I just had my birthday was last Wednesday, and the doctor goes, oh, okay, how old are you now? I'm like, 45. And she goes, oh. She goes, you know, the average age of death. And she entered some mumbo jumbo into her computer, and she's like, I'm like, what's I don't like She goes, well, means the average age of death for a 9/11 responder is averaging out to be between 53 and 55 now. And I'm like, So in theory, by your numbers, I have 9 years to live. And she's like, well, that's not necessarily true because, as Doc would put it, you can't do that. You can't think on the bad. You know, there's millions of people living every day. There's thousands of survivors. But in typical Jayson fashion, I'm like, yeah, but you don't hear about those. You hear about the guys like me, the guys like Ray Pfeiffer, Lou Alvarez, who were bigger than life and lived a shortened life and a long drawn out death. You know, one of my biggest fears is not being able to see my kids graduate high school, graduate college, get married. I'd like to be able to bounce my grandkids on my knee, spoil the hell out of them, and send them back to their mothers going, you know what Grandpa let us do today? You know, Grandpa taught us how to use C4 and blow stumps out of the back field.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, one of my biggest fears is, and rightfully so, is I see my fellow team members. We've lost 4 team members in the past 5 years, you know, and it's like, these guys were healthy, robust guys. And it's like, this is not cool. You know, I just lost a close buddy of mine just shy of a year now ago. And it's like, honestly, it was a kick right in the nuts. You know, it's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. And it's like, I've talked to Doc about this, and maybe Nate and Louis can understand this. It's like people that you expect to always be there, you know, people you look up to, people, you know, friends, family, whatever, people that you expect to always be there, all of a sudden they're not there. Right. You know, like your grandparents, you always, like, for me, my grandparents lived across the street. I always expected them to be there. And then when I turned 16, 18 years old, well, shit, what happened? You know, and it's like, it sucks because I see fellow 9/11 responders going through all this shit going, what the fuck? You know, it's like, you, and for me, it's a unique situation because I was the youngest one on the USAR team when he responded. So all of my mentors and, lack of a better description, idols, people that I looked up to were considerably older than me, like 20, on average, 20 odd years. And now it's like they're in their 60s, they're sick, they're dropping dead. You know, for a while we were averaging a death every day, every 32 and a half hours. A 9/11 responder was dying. And that's, you know, like Doc knows, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a black and white guy. You know, you play blackjack, you have 52 cards, and you can count the cards. Here I am at 45 years old going, hey, you know, a guy a year younger than me that was in the NYPD just died. What the fuck? You know, it hits too close to home. You know, it's like for you grunts, those mortar shells are walking in, and they're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, no, understood that concept. Now, Jayson, if you don't mind, just to, could you give us a little context? Because I'm not. So, were you a firefighter responding to the plane crash? Are you from New York?
I thought Doc told you. I'm sorry. So,
yeah, no.
I was a volunteer fireman in a small department in rural New York, and I was a member of the New York State's Urban Search and Rescue Team. So 9/11 happened. New York City reached out to the state for different assets. Me being one of those assets, I responded to our team headquarters, met up with our USAR team. We loaded up trucks, trailers, and equipment, and off to New York we went via the New York State Thruway headed south.
Gotcha.
And then we spent from September 11th, I think, to October 1st or 2nd is when we were demobbed and told, okay, it's not a rescue effort anymore. It's a recovery effort. And thanks for all your help. You guys can head home.
Right. Okay, understood now.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that numbers game, like you said, it's I can understand in your mind you can play it like, okay, well, one's going down, two's gone, three's gone, four's gone, and I guess in your mind what you're looking at is you're seeing the domino effect, and eventually that dominoes that are falling, you're going to be part of that row.
Exactly.
And yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've got something though, Jason, that might give you some hope. And you said you're a numbers guy, so I hope this helps you out. So for Desert Storm Syndrome, we had a very similar issue right after Desert Storm, where we had people. The more recent it was, the more deaths we were having. And I was watching the reporting, and the reporting was listing people's ages as well. And one of the things that's wrong about using the age as the litmus is because at the time that it happens, you have everybody between the age of 18 and 55 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So somebody who died the day after 9/11 and is 55 years old is going to go into that data showing that he's affecting the average age of death. And really what they should be looking at is how many years since the event has it been. And
that is a very true statement. It's I was talking to one of my therapists that I've had, and that was one of the things that was said was, the numbers are all skewed, and they're skewed in, and forgive me for saying this, I am not one of these tinfoil hat people. It's skewed in the way of whom it benefits the most. And that is not me. Right. I'm not sure which one of you guys posted that, the Viking warrior with the arrows. Okay, Doc.
Oh.
That hit home, as Doc, I've told Doc, and I'll tell you guys, I had to fight for all my time as a state employee now. Like, my full-time job is with the state of New York. Andy Cuomo about 5 years ago signed this bill into effect saying, okay, as a state employee, you don't have to use any of your accruals for your treatments. Perfect. Great. Bonus. But then, as I'm sure Nate and Louise are both fully aware of, there is somebody in the government that has a really small wiener and needs to feel I'm big bad and I'm going to interpret this and screw everybody I can.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened to me. There was a gentleman who, oddly enough, was a midget. And he interpreted the law as you had to be in the retirement system at the time of 9/11. Well, that hearing I had to testify in front of, the senator's like, no, that's not the spirit of the law. No, that's not how this is supposed to work. And Doc watched the video, and I pretty much told the senator that he's full of shit. For $1.50 in his spirit of the law, I can go to Starbucks and get a small coffee, and you write laws and then you think you're doing good, but you don't follow through. Right. So it took me 4 more years of fighting to get that benefit that I was supposed to have. And it's nonstop. It's like, and now because some pencil pusher forgot to take inflation into effect, the healthcare bill that was just passed several years ago is slated to run out of money in 4 years. Because somebody didn't carry the one and go, oh, we gotta add inflation into this. They just picked a random number and said this is it. And I'm like, my famous, what I am known for is this phrase: something this easy should not be this difficult.
Yeah.
You know, do your job. Like,
Right.
if I don't do my job, it shows. You know, it affects tons of people. You don't do your job, it affects people. You know, Doc doesn't do his job, somebody's going to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. You know, it's something this difficult shouldn't be this. Something this easy shouldn't be this difficult. Period. End of story.
Yeah, I see that in my current work. The lawmakers might have all the best intentions, but if they don't write the law well enough or explicitly state what they mean or use something to the effect of spirit of the law, they don't realize that a public servant who disagrees can write a regulation that basically nullifies it.
Exactly.
Makes it impossible. Yeah.
I had to go sit with a local assemblyman and a local senator, and we dumbed it down to the point where an infant could understand it. Like, and then we rewrote it again. I said, no. I sent it to the draft to several of my friends, and they're like, oh, we see a loophole here, we see a loophole here, we see a loophole here. And we're like, no. Oh, crap. Dumbed it down almost to the point where it said, listen, Jason and his friends with the following names can take advantage of this. You know, and it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
One thing
People
just let me
don't
throw in
realize it.
here, if I may, just real quick, and it applies. I forget the Prime Minister of England during the reign of Queen Victoria was none other than Benjamin Disraeli himself, and his famous quote applies here. He said, there are three kinds of lies: lies, damned lies, and statistics.
Yeah, and
I
that's,
didn't say that to get a laugh, because it's true.
it is. It is. And like you guys as vets and me as a 9/11 responder, I mean, I've been fed more shit
Than a fly.
and told more and been told more crap than I don't know.
Yeah.
Jason, there's something that I say on here quite often, and I think this kind of applies to you too. Any 9/11 responders is the day that I stop seeing Tunnel to Towers Foundation commercials, I'll know that the state of New York is taking care of all the 9/11 responders.
And you know what? That's Nate. That is spot on.
Yeah,
that is spot on.
Them, they wouldn't have a job to do, would they?
No, not at all. You know, I did the math because again, numbers, and I just used my USAR team.
Yeah.
If the state of New York gave everybody on the USAR team $2 million, and I'm just using random numbers arbitrarily, if they had given every responding USAR member $2 million, it would cost them less than $1 billion.
Yeah, it's decimal dust.
It's decimal dust. And the best part is it's a one-time lump sum, and you'd be not necessarily be done with us, but I could find somebody smarter than me to invest that money. I could retire, not have to worry about, having to go to work and worry about if in 10 years' time, 4 years' time, 3 years' time, instead of spending time with my kids having a grand old time, making great memories, that I'm wasting time going to work, and then my kid's going to come go, man, Dad, we love you. You're in the hospital dying, but, we wish we could have did something. Make life worth living. Not worry about the small shit.
Right.
Yeah. you know, and for New York, there's a self-interest piece of this. I mean, if doing the right thing for the people who did the job isn't enough, there's a self-interest piece that they should be looking at as well. How much time and effort, how many positions have they had to hire to manage everybody who's seeking health care? I mean, think of how many hours of preparation for the hearing you were at and what those people get paid per hour. The cost of that on top of the $2 million, anybody who's working in government would know it probably costs more than what it would cost to pay each of you.
And it's funny you say that. So just because I don't want to bring hell down on myself or anybody else, the agency that was in charge of the USAR team, I had to foil my history jacket. And then it took them 6 months to find it because nobody knew where it was. But that agency has canines. They have 2 full-time secretaries to take care of dogs and the dog paperwork. But the 100 people that went to the Ground Zero with them, who are you? Wait a minute, Fido needs dog chow so we can get that done, but I need paperwork so I can get enrolled in the World Trade Center health program, but I'm screwed with that? Wait a minute. Something does not compute. And like my friend Kathy would tell you, she FOIL requested everybody's information. And she's like, you shouldn't have to do that. Somebody should be able to go to their computer and go, okay, Jay, yep, here's your file. Have a nice day. This is when you were here. This is when, and as I sign up, more people to the health program, like if I was to sign up you two guys, I'm finding out the military's like, oh yeah, we got activated. We showed up. They put us on a truck and sent us there, and we were there, and nobody knows anything. And, it just enhances my love and the government and my faith in government. And I was talking to one guy. He's like, yeah, we showed up. 5 of us showed up. They put us in a Humvee and gave us MapQuest directions. And that was the last we saw of anybody for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, just getting people to the fight isn't enough. What's the plan once you get there, right? How do you count
and that's it. It's like I work with a guy that went with the National Guard to Ground Zero, and he's like, I don't have any paperwork. I don't have anything. I goes, I've got pictures. I go, wait, hold on. What do you mean you don't have anything? He goes, they did this phone tree thing. I went to the base. I showed up. They got 5 people. They put them in a Humvee and sent them on their way. They gave us MapQuest directions, a hotel to go to, and that was it. And we were just on our own. I'm like, what the hell happens if you guys go to war? Like, they give you MapQuest directions and say, good luck?
Evidently, the reach around was written out of the budget the year before.
It had to have been.
Well, what's even more appalling than that? I wouldn't say appalling, just the way our these people that are so-called leaders in these positions is nothing's changed. I was still on active, so I was active duty for 22 years. So I was on active duty when the World Trade Center got hit. I remember seeing that, and then for the next 20 years, going to Iraq and Afghanistan multiple times. And then 2019 comes around and COVID hits. And it was all a clusterfuck too. They put us on board ships. They had all these doctors, nurses, and medical people to go up to Los Angeles on board, the U.S. The Mercy is on the West Coast. You guys have the Comfort over the East Coast. So they put us up on these ships, and Los Angeles is like, yeah, we don't need you guys here. We're really not as swamped as people are making it seem to be. So in order for us to even show that we're doing any type of mission, like we're taking in homeless people,
Yeah.
basically just the 76 patients that we saw on board that ship that can see. I mean, it probably could, I forgot how many hundreds of patients it can see a day, how many thousands of patients we have in wards, right? That we can put in
Mhm.
ward rooms. We saw 76 people
That was
while
like,
we're there for 3 months, and what's messed up is, like you said, the government's so quick to take care of its equipment, to shut down everything. If a pair of night vision goggles goes missing, right, some serialized gear, but when it comes to their people, they get to screw them over all the time. I had a young corpsman. She was all of an E3 at the time, making like zero money, gets COVID positive while we're there in Los Angeles, like within a week or two after we put into Los Angeles. So they don't have a plan. Like, oh, we didn't think about what happens if someone on the ship gets COVID. So let's go put them in a hotel room. Okay, we put her in a hotel room for quarantine. Well, by the time she's out of quarantine, we're already slowing down on the mission. We already had sent so many doctors and nurses home because we knew we weren't going to be doing what we thought we were supposed to do. This young corpsman calls me crying, saying, HM1, I just got a $4,000 bill from the hotel room because I've been here almost 2 weeks, and it's 200 whatever dollars a night. And I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Send me a screenshot of that, and I'll send it to Chief so that way we can file it with the personnel people that are going to be taking care of this. Do you know what their response to me was after me giving them this information and them going up and I guess talking to the CEO and, oh shit, we didn't realize this. Oh, have that sailor pay for it on their credit card. We'll figure out how to pay it back. I said, so you're asking an E3 that's been in the Navy all of 2 years to pay over a $4,000 bill because she's on a mission that the military asked her to be on. I was like, that's like sending someone to Iraq or Afghanistan and saying, hey, every day you have a bill to pay while you're fighting this war. I said, you know what's sad? I said, is we take better care of men and women that are going to fight wars and feeding them chow and making sure they're housed properly than we are taking care of them. And we're right here on U.S. soil. Los Angeles is right there. And really, your solution is to tell a young person, oh, just pay the bill. We'll figure out how to back you later. No,
that's not kosher. Like,
no.
I can remember being that young. She didn't even have the credit history to get a credit card with $4,000 worth of credit.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, where the hell is she going to shit out $4,000?
Mm-hmm.
And that reminds me a lot of, and I'm a big fan, and if you guys jot this down, the Feel Good Foundation, Nate and Lewis, you guys should really check that out because John Feel, he took care of, he helped get us our health care and the VCF funding, and now he's going after Congress for the burn pits for you guys that have been in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah.
That's his new main I'm gonna kill Congress with. But like, and if you watch if you go to Netflix or Discovery Plus, No Responder Left Behind is his story of how he went after Congress to get the healthcare and everything for us funded. And like he said at one point, he goes, we're a bunch of firemen, cops, and union workers. The average day guy going and beating down doors in the halls of Congress for them to do what's right.
Yeah.
And he goes, all these guys, like, he goes, there's tons and tons of volunteers. They didn't get paid to be there. I wasn't paid to be there. Matter of fact, I almost lost my job because I couldn't call my boss for 3 days because there was no cell service in the city of New York.
Right.
and they were getting ready to fire me because I was there. Thank God one of our local news reporters had the foresight to go, hey, how do you feel about your employee going down to Ground Zero and helping out, as she shoves a camera and microphone in his face? We love it. Well, thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Liz. That's a big shout out. Appreciate that. But, it's, as you guys know, it's like it's an upward battle for everything. And at one point when this was all going on, somebody asked me, how do you feel as a 9/11 responder? And I said, I kind of feel like Jack in Titanic.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I go, there's all sorts of debris floating around that I can hang on to. But you know what? My ass is too fucking tired to hang on. And I'm watching that last lifeboat sail away with plenty of room in it. And it's like, what the fuck?
That's another good example of the poor execution. So you mentioned, and then we put the link in the chat for the Feel Good Foundation. But like the burn pits. So finally somebody's doing something about it. But if you go read the burn pit legislation the way it's written, or go look at the burn pit registry website, it appears that it's only for post 9/11 veterans. and I know that because that's the focus right now, because that's the most recent group, right? You have to dig into it to realize that it also covers the 850,000 Desert Storm veterans.
Yeah.
They were explicit about it. So even when I pass that link on to people, they go and they look at it and they go, oh, that's not for us. I'm like, no, that is for us too. That's what we've been asking for since 1991. And then when they finally go and execute it and admit that there could be an issue, they only talk about everybody after 9/11.
Well,
so even that execution, that came out poor.
One of my best friends and fellow 9/11 responder, he helped sign people up for this. And he'll tell you in his part of the speech that we give, they intentionally make it difficult so you don't do it. Because if you don't take advantage of it, if you get frustrated and say, fuck this, I'm not going to do it, that's another $100,000 they can spend on watching ketchup fucking flow down a hill, a toilet seat for the fucking Challenger, or a hammer to use in space.
Yep.
I've been retired for 10 years, still haven't gotten VA disability.
And that's what I was going to attest to is I one day made a post on my Facebook account that said, I figured out how the VA saves money. They say they frustrate the patient or they cancel their appointments to the point that the patient finally says, fuck it. I'm done trying to get care.
And that's exactly what it is. I mean, I can't attest for the VA. They wouldn't let me join because by the time I wanted to join, I had already had 2 knee surgeries, and they're like, oh, hell no. And, I can attest to the VCF and the World Trade Center Health Program. It's tough. It is. Yeah. You need pictures. You need affidavits. You need question number fucking 9. I will never, for the affidavit, for me, number fucking 9. I'll never forget this question till the day I die because it is a trigger for me. What did you smell while you were at Ground Zero? I read that question as I'm filling out a friend's affidavit, and I called the lawyer and I go, do I have to fucking answer this? Do I have to fucking answer this question? Yeah. And she goes, which one? And she goes, number 9. She goes, hang on, let me look. And she's like, oh, dear God. Let me call you back. 10 minutes later, she's like, I'm sorry, but yeah, you got you have to you got to answer that. Yeah. And it's because there is absolutely no fraud whatsoever in the World Trade Center Health Program. We're the only non-frauded thing the government has. But again, still got to jump through all these hoops, and that's why. But nonetheless, it's like question number 9. What did you smell? Are you fucking kidding me? You want to talk about a setback for 6 months? That was like a kick right. Honestly, I'd rather have the 3 of you guys line up with big, heavy steel toe boots and kick me in the nuts than me have to relive that question.
Yeah, no, I understand
and,
that.
And they don't even get that when you show up there to finally do that, to ask for help, they don't realize the struggle you went through just to get to that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You don't realize how long you put off, how many times you talk yourself out of it, how many times you decide, is this really what's going on? No, it isn't. You question your own sanity with that stuff. And you finally get there thinking, okay, this is the day I'm going to get help. And then what happens?
Wow.
Let me just jump in here. Another problem with the VA is not all, but many, and I'm getting the word on the street from a lot of vets who finally get to my consulting room after having, shall we say, lackluster experiences with the VA. He said, they say to me, these people are not trained to work with veterans. They are trained to follow a government formula.
Yes,
exactly. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just starting their careers. They may mean well, and one day they'll be competent clinicians. But so many of the folks who come to see me are so turned off when they finally do get an appointment. And let's look at this here. When you work as a psychologist for the VA, you're making less than half of what you would in the private sector. So yes, let's get the money thing out of the way. It's a factor. Number one. Number two, the word on the street from folks who work in the VA is they tell you who you can and cannot work with, and they will also tell you how you will work with that person, and then drown you in paperwork that seems to be rather formulaic. And when you put all of that together, is it any wonder nobody wants to work for the VA? I had one guy said, "Doc, consider yourself lucky. You'd lose your mind in a place like that," to me. And so, anybody who's trying to go to get help through channels, at least in the VA, that's another impediment in addition to everything that's been said so far.
I'm more familiar with the World Trade Center Health Program, specifically Mount Sinai, and that was a personal choice. And it's like people ask me, okay, and I'll be honest, I go at least once a week to go see a shrink at Mount Sinai, and for several different reasons. A, they only deal with 9/11 responders. They don't deal with military. They don't deal with rape victims, assault victims. They just deal with 9/11 responders. And for me, that makes a huge difference. And the other thing is like walking in, "Hey, Mr. Ward, how are you today?" You're not just another number to them. You're somebody, you're a being. You're a human. And I tell this story often, and I tell Doc. Matter of fact, Doc and I talked about this at breakfast the other day. Hardest thing I've ever done, and I've been a fireman, I've been an EMT, a parent, a dad, a guy that works on the highway, guy worked at the airport. The hardest fucking thing I ever did was walk into the building, go to the second floor, go down to Suite 15, and go, "Hi, I'm Jason, and I have a 10 o'clock appointment today." Hardest thing I ever did was say, "Hey, I have an appointment today." I told Doc this at breakfast the other day, too. I had the honor, and I call it an honor, to escort a friend of mine to his first appointment. We happened just to meet at the train station, and he's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going here." He goes, "Well, I'm going for my intake today." And I'm like, okay. He had his girlfriend with him. I go, "Hey, I know where we're going. We'll go together." Okay, perfect. We get out of the cab. We're walking into the building, and he stops. He goes, "I'll give you each $4,000 right now if we can turn around and go home." I'm like, "My friend, this is the toughest thing you will ever do. You let us into Ground Zero. You've been in the military. You've done all this stuff." And I said, "You have to do this by yourself. this is the hardest thing you'll ever do.
Yeah.
But, but we're here for you.
Mhm.
And he walked in and he goes, hey, I'm here and I have a 10 o'clock appointment. And the receptionist was like, hey, welcome, Mr. So-and-so. How are you? Glad you could come down. He sits down and he goes, that legitimately was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And you can see it on his face. Like it was an emotional experience just going in and saying, hey, I'm here for my 10 o'clock appointment.
Yeah. No, I think, that's so powerful what you're just testifying to right now, Jayson. What you've experienced, your buddy experienced, um, in my experience as well too. The hardest part was because finally going to that appointment was finally kind of like throwing your hands up and giving up and saying, okay, I finally admit I'm fucked up in the head, and from the worlds that it sounds that we all come from, we were raised not to say, hey, we're fucked up in the head. We're, that's a sign of weakness, and Jayson, for more context, what do you do now? Are you still a firefighter?
No, I retired from emergency services because I finally figured out that after almost 30 years, it was doing me more harm than the good I was doing on the flip side.
Yeah, and that's why I was asking if you were still a firefighter or not, because it almost seems as well like the more rank I got in the military as well was like, well, damn, I can't speak up now because now I have these young guys looking at me like, oh, you're one of the old bastards that was around when the towers got hit and then went out to the initial invasion, and you're one of those guys. So on your end, would you maybe say it's a similar situation that took so long for you? Like,
yes,
there's a group of firefighters and NYPD and outsorts that weren't necessarily there as the planes hit, but were there on September 11th or on September 12th, and the young firefighters coming in and now are looking at y'all like, oh wow, you guys are the ones that were there
yes,
when I was still pooping in my diapers, type of deal.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what it was. Doc, I've told Doc my experiences. Like, I joined in a volunteer department at 16, and I saw my first decapitated head at like 16 and 6 months.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's, and that I came from what I call the old school fire service, where you guys are like old school soldiers, military, where, yep, this is it. Suck it down, push it down, bury that shit, and you'll be fine. It's part of the job. Right. Suck it up.
Part of the job. Yep.
And I was told those words. That's part of the job. You're going to have good days and bad days. Suck it up. This is what it is.
You can't save them all.
Yep, exactly. Pick and choose. And I was like, okay. When I moved up through the ranks, I was a lieutenant, a captain, a chief, an assistant chief. I was an EMT, an intermediate, a critical care tech. I worked my way all through everything, and I'll never forget it. Brand new EMT card, still wet, head-on crash. And this, Doc, as you only can save the ones you can save. You bypass the ones that you can't, whether they're living or not. And I'll never forget this. There was a head-on crash. Girl lost half her head. She was talking to me, but there was no saving that. I could save her aunt, who's unconscious, and I could save that, and I did. But listening to Dead Man Walking next to me, asking me to save her, and I'm like, I can't save you. You're missing half of your head. In the next 5 minutes, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I can't save you. And it's like 18 years old and living with that, for the next 20 odd years. Hey, how you doing? My name's Jayson and I have PTSD, and compounded about with everything else in the world that I've seen and done. And, you know, my clinical diagnosis is severe PTSD with anxiety, depression, and suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
like,
I think I had like the same thing.
yeah, I'm like, suicidal tendencies, that only happened once. And I told Doc this, and I'll tell you guys because I'm sure you've all been there. You know, I had a nice pistol that I had customized to 5 pounds of pressure to discharge the projectile. And I had that in my mouth, and I had 4.9 pounds of pressure on that trigger. And then I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And it wasn't my kids. It wasn't my wife. It wasn't my girlfriend. It wasn't my parents that stopped me. It was, I'm not going to perpetuate the cycle because I know there's some 16-year-old, 18-year-old kid wet behind the ears who's going to come in and go, oof. And I don't want to go through eternity wearing that around, that albatross around my neck.
Man, that is, for me, that is so powerful, Jayson. Because the heart, that's where my PTSD lies in, is the guilt of a 22-year-old man that is looking at patients on the ground and basically is determining who I'm going to save and who I'm not. And or, well, mainly because I have to keep as many Marines on their guns as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like, I can save that person, but it's going to take all my resources. And these other 5 might get flown off the battlefield. But no, my mission is to save these 5 first. So I can put them right back on the gun, not so they can get flown out, so they could be put on the gun. And hopefully the next person is still alive. I can't even imagine you having to deal with that at 16 and a half years old, you know, and like you said, the old timers were, it's part of the job. You signed up to do this. You're going to see some of the grotesquest things in the human world that you're ever going to see. But until you actually see it, and so that's why I've been over here smiling and just listening to your story, how, you know, that trauma, whether it was on the battlefield or you know, in a head-on collision or a burning house, we can still so relate and understand how in our face, you know, at the time, people will congratulate us and call us heroes and, you know, buy our breakfasts sometimes. But fuck, I don't need all that. I just need the same people that told me to get my ass over there to war to now take care of me and make sure that my mental health is okay, that my brothers are okay. Because I wanted to ask you, when you talked about numbers and you said that it was something of, and I do apologize to you for not recalling the exact numbers, but you said so many were dying every so many hours or days, right?
Just like about every day and a half, there was a 9/11 responder dying.
And so was that just from illnesses, or was that suicide rate, or was that a combination of both?
That was both. Both.
Yeah. So you've probably gone to a point too that you've been in long enough where, and I hated saying this because it finally hit, like it made it real. Like when I got the phone call that I had lost another buddy of mine due to suicide, and I'm like, wait, we lost 18 on March 23rd of that specific. I've been in several of them, but that was one of my worst ones. I said, and now we've lost 27 due to suicide. What, like, I literally saw the cliche of the saying that goes, I've lost more friends to suicide than to the mission itself.
Exactly. You know, and I've weaned myself from looking, and I try not to do the numbers thing anymore. because I've learned how detrimental that is to my health.
Gotcha.
But FDNY, they haven't already. They've lost more guys post 9/11 illnesses than they did via 9/11 itself.
No.
You know, they lost 343 guys the day of 9/11. And if I'm not mistaken, they're at 350 something now, 20 years later.
Wow.
You know, so it's they've lost more. You know, this is going to sound really bad, but as a guy who did a lot of pre-planning in his fire district and helped write curriculum and whatnot, I got to hand it to Bin Laden. That fucker knew how to really fuck shit up. Because who would have thought 20 years later, not only were our responders still dying, but the military guys are still dying from the shit that you guys had to go through over there. You know, I mean, this has got to be one of the, you know, if he doesn't have his 47 virgins, holy fuck, because he was a mastermind at this. I don't even think anybody could have pre-planned this out to the point that we're going to have people dying 20 years later from one attack.
Right.
You know, looking at it as like a strategy type of thing and a pre-planning thing, holy shit. You gotta be like, who the fuck knew?
Let me just jump in here. The topic of suicide coming up and whatnot. Sorry, can you hear me, Nate? Okay. Riffing back to what Jayson was saying, the hardest thing I ever did was to go in and say, I have a 10 o'clock appointment. Okay. I'm going to take that and reword it, if I may, to illustrate a point. The hardest thing you ever did on that day was to go in and ask for help.
That is true.
Now, because that's what you were doing on that day, the beginning of asking for help. Now, as you all know, I have worked with a lot of vets over the years, and I tell all of them that if you want this to work, you've got to finally be able to tell me the stuff that you've never told anybody.
Right.
In order to finally bring those memories out, the worst ones. The worst ones. And I realize, yes, Nate?
I said I still fight you on that.
I know. And I will eventually win.
You know, I have to agree with Nate on that. You know, that's of like Doc knows, I use boxes. I have a nice hardwood library in my head. And instead of books, I have boxes. Picture like an old-fashioned shoe store where they have all the boxes. All my shit goes in boxes. And there's some boxes, let me tell you, Nate with all his C4 and det cord and all his cool artillery shit ain't getting in that box.
Okay. I can wait. No, it takes as long as it takes. But here's let me finish off. For the guys that are able to finally spill it, and Nate and Luis have heard me say this before, they come in initially terrified. And I acknowledge to all of them that what I'm asking you to tell me is tantamount to you giving me a piece of your soul. And they are terrified to finally spill it. At the beginning of those conversations, you can see the heart palpitations, the heavy breathing, and whatnot. And at the end of those conversations, I will ask them, how do you feel now? And all of them have said something to the general effect of strangely relieved. Strangely relieved. That's all I got.
Sorry, guys, as I saw my connection and everything went out. So, what was that you were talking about right now, Doc Barry? Where you said, and that's all I got, and
Oh,
that
okay.
people say they feel
All right.
relieved.
when guys finally come to me and riffing off Jason's idea about opening up the box, I'll say to them, you've heard me tell Nate and you this before. In order for this to work, you've got to be able to tell me the stuff that you've never told anybody before.
Yeah.
And in doing so, I realize top to bottom, stem to stern, inside and out, in every other direction, that what I'm asking you to do is tantamount to giving me a piece of your soul. And I acknowledge that, and I honor that. The enormous price to finally put words to the shit that's up here.
Yeah.
And when they finally do, not if, but when they finally do, I ask them, after noticing at the beginning of the conversation, heavy breathing, sweating, heart palpitations, and whatnot. By the end of the conversation, I'll say, how do you feel? And they've all said pretty much the same thing. You know, Doc, I feel strangely relieved. And I said, hallelujah. Now, I'm going to finish that sentence off with the whole suicide thing. The reason why people are eating their guns, or whatever the methodology may be, is because they aren't opening up their mouths and saying something. They aren't asking for help. And you guys all know this already. I'm talking to people who might listen to this podcast down the future, or anybody who's in the audience right now. These deaths occur because the mouth remains closed. When the mouth opens and it finally comes out, that decreases the emotional and mental pressure so that actual thinking can begin again.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to sound like I'm saying, because I'm not saying that you're wrong, Doc. But I would imagine, and this is purely speculation on my point, Jason, but I would bet before Jason ever went in, that shelf full of boxes was full of boxes you never intended to open, right?
Agreed.
And then as you went through therapy, you unlocked some of those, and you felt some of that weight come off. But I would bet for you, for Luis, for any first responder, fireman, law enforcement officer, veteran out there, they'll tell you there's boxes that I can look right out the box, not open it, not think about what's in it. Because you know if you open it, that it's going to be a long process to get back off the ground from that position.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
And even sometimes,
which is why I'm here, gentlemen, to help through that long process.
Right. And you know, if I had Doc Barry in my life 24/7 to be there through that would be awesome.
Yeah, agreed.
You get 1 week every 2 weeks, or you get one hour every 2 weeks, even if it's 1 hour every 4 weeks, like in the beginning. Those other 23 hours a day, you still got to be able to function. You know, you still got to be able to hold your job so you can feed your kids and take care of your spouse.
Correct.
You know,
and sometimes, you know, you start peeking around, you start looking at some of those other boxes, and then you realize, like, nope, that's the one that I never touch, because that's the one that is, I'm going to look like a blobfish on the ground, you know, if I open it. And that's the hard thing. And I think that's where the retreats can probably come in and help. Like, you know, Nigel Mumford's, you know, retreat where he works with veterans, where they can sit with you for a week at a time and process people through that. But yeah, some of those boxes can't be opened casually. That's
I had that same conversation with my therapist, my last therapist. And she's like, I said, you know, just because of our meeting schedule, so to speak, because you have 45 minutes. Is that a pretty standard thing, Doc? Is like 45 minutes?
Give or take, yeah.
on,
The insurance company says.
yeah, you know,
I said whatever the
it's,
insurance company says, Doc Barry.
yeah, like 45 minutes, and I said to her a lot, like, we get going, we're going good. Then all of a sudden it's like, she's like, okay, Jay, we just ran out of time. And I'm like, what, wait, what?
That's the hard part. Yep.
And it's like, okay, we got all this unloaded. We got this bag unpacked, the box opened, and now I have to walk 5 blocks to the subway, ride home for 4 hours, and go, what the fuck?
And deal with the cortisol dump.
Yep.
And then next week we open the box a little further.
No, next week we start talking about something else that leads to a different box, and we never get back to the original box because something else hit you in the nuts or the head during the week, and you got to talk about that. It's like a never fucking, and it's taken me 5 years to realize that's part of therapy, because leaving boxes open lets you all the blah 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 yakety smackety PhD words live with shit, and it's like, fuck.
Well, that's what I find so powerful, sharing my story out like this, because those boxes that get opened by some doctor that I just met, over the video. And I'm not talking about Doc Barry. I'm talking about that's how medicine is right now, right?
Yep.
Some doctor that I met over the video that read my files like, oh, wow, you have a long history of PTSD and combat and this. And I'm like, yep. And now we're going to have to open boxes and do things like that rapid eye movement,
yep.
EMDR, whatever, right? Yeah, like things like that are going to open up, and then it's like, oh, time's run out, hope to see you in 2 weeks. It's like, yeah, me too. I guess so. I guess I hope to see you in 2 weeks. I
hope I live the next 2 weeks.
Right. But what I found so healing is the selfish part of me is when I started on my own campaign about the No Shame Ward Foundation, and then Doc Barry and Nate came along, and we started this 2 grunts and a docking, that was the basic behind it was, these doctors, as much as a lot of them, in my opinion, are there for the right reasons and to help us. They're also constrained by the U.S. government that is writing a book that has these check in the box on how long you're allowed to talk to a patient, because then the insurance company is going to cover it or not cover it, right?
Yep.
Most of us don't have, and I don't know what a psychologist hourly rate, but let's just say most of us don't have $150 an hour so we can talk to a psych doc every day, right? After they opened up this Pandora's box that I held closed for so many years, and now you're hoping that I make it to see you in 2 weeks. Here's some meds, so that way you're nice and calm, so you're a zombie for the next 2 weeks, so you can make it to see me. It's not fucking working.
At one point, they actually did have multiple sessions per week, and then they went cheap.
Yeah. Is that the case?
It's funny. I had one of my therapists said, we got to explore the 9/11 box a little more, and I looked at her. We were in person, and I looked at her through my mask, and I said, there's a fucking reason I'm here, and that's because this box is closed. I go, we only have 45 minutes to open this box, and we got to close this box because I'm not living the next week with this box open.
Yeah.
I go, I'm finally falling back to sleep. I'm finally getting some sleep at night. We're going to open this, and this means and she goes, she asked me, she goes, what's it mean if we open this box? I said, flashbacks, lack of sleep, afraid to sleep because, hey, night terrors are a whole fun thing. Night sweats, thrashing around, being a miserable cock. And it's like anxiety through the roof. I'm like, that's what that box means to me. And I go, and like you said, Nate, I can look at that box. I can look at all 6 sides of that box, and I fully know what's in it. But as long as it stays closed, I'm semi-healthy, or what I perceive to be semi-healthy. But like you said, once you open that box, that's Pandora's box. I know when I open that box, I know what happens to me. I don't like what happens to me. My kid hates what happens to me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just me. It's the kids, it's the girlfriend, it's the wife, it's my coworkers. You know, because when I first started therapy, I didn't realize that my therapists are externs. Is that the right term, Doc? Externs? Is that the right?
In the earlier parts of their career, externs, they're doing internship and residency and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's who my therapists are, because, hey, nobody's going to work full time for a temporary job, because as we all know, when the last one of us dies, you're out of a job. And hey, we get people that work cheap. And she was like, well, we have to talk about this. And I'm like, I don't think so. You know, I'm like, my 8-year-old daughter hates my guts 90% of the time because I become crabby daddy around September. From mid-August to mid-October, it's best we don't talk. It's best we don't do whatever. Because, and like my coworkers, who I see more than my family, because, hey, we all got to work. When I first lost my first therapist, they're like, hey, you got to find a therapist. You got to get back into the whole routine of things. Because I went like almost 6 months without. Yeah. You know, they're like, you got to call the hospital.
You got to start from day one again.
Exactly. And I have to say, that is the worst fucking thing ever.
Yes. Thank
Worst
you for someone saying.
Fucking thing ever. You expect me to walk in the door, start talking about shit that I've kept buried for 30 years for a fucking reason. Talk to somebody who, my past 2 therapists are in their mid-20s, who, like you were saying earlier, shit in their diapers when 9/11 happened, and having to explain how the world works to a 20-some-year-old, you know, and I suffer from, I'm assuming what you guys do too, that grumpy old white guy syndrome. And I'm like, okay, so in 9 months I have to restart all over again. And I'm not one of these easy guys that, you know, I'm not a warm, huggy, touchy-feely guy that shares shit. You know, it's a two-way street. And my therapists hate it because I'll sit there, listen, how old are you? You don't want to tell me how old you are, we're going to have a pass, because I need to know so I know how to relate to you. You know, I'm going to relate to the 3 of you guys different because you all have kids and a family versus somebody who doesn't. You know, and it's, you know, and it's like, okay, every 9 months you got to get started, like you said, start over fresh. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and that is one of the most difficult things that I find that I can relate with you so much is how if I start seeing a therapist or a doctor, right, and then it seems like everyone's quitting every 4 months, everyone's retiring every 4 to 5 months. So every 4 to 5 months, here I got to start with the new provider. Oh, so tell me about this. Well, didn't you read my fucking case file?
Exactly. Well, Thank you.
And I'm like, so how many times have you attempted? It's in my fucking case file. I've told the same fucking story 10 different times. That's why at the end of when the VA says you only have 8 sessions to do, I always get to the exact same point because every single time you fuckers don't start where I left off. You have to start fresh, even though you have the case file in front of you, even though you can read it, and you're asking me questions that are already answered in that case file. But no, you need to hear it over and over again. Is it something like you need to see the tears for you to solidify that you're fucking helping me? Is that what it is? Because I can play that game too. I'll cry for you really quick to make you feel like you're doing your fucking job. If not, like, let's just get to the problem. We're not here to be friends. I'm here because I need your professional help, and let's just get to that and keep going. Like, no, I
Exactly.
Oh,
I asked
that frustration, and I know Doc Barry's waiting to put his 2 cents in on that, but is that
Well,
I don't get it. Like, if I had, like you said, a Doc Barry that started with me from March 24th of 2003, the day after the big incident that led to all this PTSD, and was consistent, I couldn't even imagine how we probably would have stopped therapy fucking 10 years ago, because it was like, I know your whole life, Luis. I know everything. You don't need to recount nothing, and it's.
well, remember I was saying a few
One
minutes.
therapist.
First of all, Luis, thank you from the bottom of my heart. High praise coming from someone such as yourself. Thank you. But it's what I was saying a few minutes ago. The VA hires people fresh in their careers and new folks fresh out of grad school. Most don't stay because they don't want to be micromanaged. They don't want to be overworked. They don't want to be over bureaucratized, and they don't want to be underpaid and just drowned in government bureaucracy. So they get out. If, on the other hand, the VA hired on nasty old crocs such as me, who've been around a little bit and paid us what we are worth, and in comparison to the private sector, kept the bureaucracy away from us, etc., we might see some different results. But until that happens, I'm going to stay in the private sector. I wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Luis, I got to tell you this little story real quick. With my last therapist I had, she started just like you said. Let's start over here. And I looked at her and I said, "You got my file?" She goes, "Yep." I go, "Good. I'm assuming you know how to read."
Yeah, I've said that.
She gave me this. She looked at me and she's like, "Well, yeah." I go, "You start. I got a book. I'm going to read my file. You have any questions, ask me, because next week we're going to start where I left off. You work for me. Let's get this straight." And this poor girl, I thought she was going to fucking cry. And I thought I was going to get booted from therapy for being an asshole. Mm-hmm. But I learned after the past 4 what happens. And I'm like, no, we're going to try something new with you. You're going to read my file, and then we're going to start where I left off. And if you have any questions in the backfill, we'll answer them as we go. But we're not doing all your, like, my mother, my father, fuck that shit.
You already had that information.
You have
You're just
my
too fucking
basic...
lazy to read it.
And I get that you have 100 fucking people. But you know what? You're going to remember me because I called you out. I asked you if you can fucking read. Mm-hmm. You know what? And as the squeaky wheel gets the fucking grease, and I'm an asshole. So you're going to remember me. So next week, we don't have to play this fucking Freudian, did you suck on your mother's tit game, because we're going to pick up where we left off with the last one. Mm-hmm. She's like, okay. I read my book for a half hour. She read through my file, and she's like, "I think we can start." I'm like, beautiful. Let's move on.
Hey, Jason, that joke is highly significant because the mother's breast is actually thought of as a metaphor for successful therapy.
Of course it would be.
Right.
Of course it would be.
I got to have a little fun here. I got to have a little fun.
Jason, like I said, man, it's every time we have a guest on, and this is the testimony that we give, that when we say, man, when we think we're alone and we're the only ones that that feel this way about all the bullshit going on, or I'm the only one that suffers. You know, we might have two different experiences that led us to PTSD, depression, and anxiety, but it's still depression, PTSD, and anxiety. You know, however we got there is how we got there, and to see that even someone, you know, because my whole adult life was just surrounded around military healthcare, and I just retired last year. But to hear someone coming from the civilian sector that deals with the same bullshit bureaucracy, right? That
it
we
is,
do,
and you know what? I chuckle because I look at this and I talk to Doc and I talk to other USAR friends or from the military, et cetera, et cetera. You're gonna laugh your ass off at who's in charge of the healthcare system for 9/11 responders. NIOSH, the National Institute of Safety and Health. They're the motherfuckers like OSHA that tells you got to wear a harness when you go 6 foot above the ground.
right?
What the fuck do they know about cancer, rhinosinusitis, upper respiratory infections, chronic depression, suicidal tendencies? You tell me how to fucking run a mine, asshole. You don't tell me how to run a fucking health system.
Right.
It's like the VA. You know, it's like, listen, you guys know how to blow shit up and how to kill people. What the fuck do you guys know about fixing somebody's broken leg? You know, it like the government bureaucracy, whether it's on the federal level, the state level, or the local level, fuck them.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, with that too comes, and when some people ask you, like, my plan was after retirement to go to PA school or med school. And I chose not to. And I share one of the main reasons is because if as a doctor, if I would have gone to med school and became a doctor and I need this test, these labs for my patient, there's some Joe Schmo sitting on his computer or their computer and they're like, oh no, that doesn't qualify for. So, hey, Dr. Fonseca, sorry, we're not going to approve for your patient to get this exam done. It's like, how the fuck are you going to tell me what I need to properly diagnose a patient and treat them? Just because you have some screen in front of you with checks in the boxes and maybe I didn't words like, you shouldn't even question me. Me as a licensed doctor should be able to say, I need this, this, and this, and this for my patient. And the insurance company should be like, okay, doc, you're the doctor. Gotta go. Understood. But when that gets taken out of the doctor's hands, like, what the, you know?
You know, another good example of that is going back to the World Trade Center Health Program and the Victims Compensation Fund and all, like, anything attributed to the World Trade Center is 99.9% of everybody that works for all these agencies are in their mid-20s who know nothing about. You couldn't have a conversation about horse shit, cow shit, human shit with these people because they don't know shit. You know, it's like, oh, you have to fill out this form. I've sent you 6 copies of that form. Is there a latest copy about that form that I don't know about?
Yeah.
And you know, you laugh, Doc, but what the fuck is it? The WCB 12, which is Workers' Compensation Board Form 12, is for World Trade Center responders. There is 14 versions of it. And the only thing you really need on it is your name, address, and where you were, who you worked for at the time of 9/11, and where you worked. That's it. 4 basic things, but there's 12 or 13 versions of it. Like,
oh boy.
Oh boy is not right. It's, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Because the military, much like 9/11 responders, much like I feel, are much like the military, where we're here to an extent to support somebody's job. and to validate somebody's reason for sitting at a desk for 7.5 hours a day, because white collar only works 7.5 hours a day. The rest of the world works 8. And it's like, why, what the fuck? You know, I posted something the other day on Facebook that said, you know, I have the command of over 100,000 words, but my favorite are what the fuck. And it's true. I as a 9/11 responder, and I'm sure as vets, you guys say it more than anybody. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's an involuntary response because it happens so often.
Yeah, you know, I'm not the type of person that goes into the doctor's office and I was like, oh, I was, you know, a Navy corpsman for 22 years. I walk in there as a regular patient, but I look around and the thing is one of my jobs in the Navy towards the end was being part of the Joint Commissioning Program. So the Joint Commissioning Program, Jayson, for those that don't know, is the accrediting program really in the United States that tells doctors, clinics, or anything that you're accredited to provide healthcare to the community at large, right?
Okay.
So I walk into clinics and I still have those joint commissioning eyes. I'm like, that's wrong. You'd be hit on that. You shouldn't have corrugated boxes on the floor because they have pests. Oh, wait, you're drawing my blood in what you're calling a lab, but your lab is fully carpeted so that you can't properly sanitize that if blood falls on it, you know. And I'm thinking all of this in my head, you know. And so even when I walk into psych docs clinics and offices, like my joint commissioning and then my 22 years of how I feel a medical clinic should be run, then I'm sitting there like, okay, I see where I'm at. Like, it's going to be one of those places, you know.
You know, funny story about that. Again, 9/11 experience. So there's what's called the national program and like the Mount Sinai program, the local program. So like you guys would fit in the national program because you're not in New York. So it's run through, hey, again, the lowest bidder. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Run by the lowest bidder for the national government. And I won't use their name, but they've lost the bid because so many people have complained. And what they're supposed to do is tell you, okay, you need to go see this doctor. You need to see an ENT. And they'll go, okay, here's a list of doctors who participate. Pick whichever one you want. And then they're supposed to set up your annual exam. And your annual exam is supposed to be blood work, talk to the doc, maybe chest x-rays every other year, pee in a cup, the whole deal. Well, I got sent to this. I was in the national program because I didn't know any better for a while. And they sent me to a warehouse, like a legitimate warehouse in an industrial area. I pull in and there's a door. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I walk in the warehouse with tarps hanging, making rooms, and like welding curtains, making hallways. And I was like, oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. I called up, complained, and they said, okay, try this place. I pull in and I'm like, hey, this isn't the best neighborhood, but it's a step up from a warehouse. It was a goddamn methadone clinic. And if anybody out there watching is on methadone, good for you for trying to get off drugs. It's a fucking methadone clinic.
Yeah.
The guy who was scheduled to go with me happened to be a local cop. Now, you guys have above average common sense. Who in their fucking right mind, who's a local cop, would go to a methadone clinic? in the lobby. One of several things is going to happen. You're going to see something that you have to arrest somebody for, or you're going to get shot, stabbed. Like, again, lowest bidder.
Yep.
And that's part of the reason I choose to go to New York City is because, hey, it's Mount Sinai. They have the best goddamn doctors in the world, and they only deal with 9/11 responders.
Yeah.
And hey, I don't have to sit in a methadone clinic waiting room to see my shrink.
Yeah.
Hey, Luis, let me ask you something. You said you're part of like the accreditation board or something like that. So when you go into a doctor's office, you're looking for certain things. Just to make sure I'm hearing you say that right.
Right. So the Joint Commissioning program. So I was not the one because I never made rank high enough to be part. I was more of the recorder, right? So the doctors have been doctors for 30 years that are actually part of Joint Commissioning. They fly to all these different hospitals and clinics throughout the United States. Depending on what your hits are and if you fail or not, whether if you lose your accreditation, you can lose it right then and there. But usually if you have, you can have a lot of failures and they're like, okay, you have 2 years to get them all fixed and we'll come back and re-inspect. And then your accreditation is good for so many years. So yeah,
Okay.
I just want to clarify, I'm not, I don't, even now to this day, I'm not licensed to go into a clinic and be like, hey, you're falling outside of these regulations. It's just I work alongside of them long enough and recording for them, right, for big commands. And we're talking about like Balboa Hospital, that's a command of 6,000 personnel that work there, right? So it's a big hospital and having to go to all those different departments and you have to, even as a recorder, you have to familiarize yourself with how a lab should be operating appropriately, how the x-ray department should be working appropriately, how the OBGYN department is supposed to be operating appropriately in order for that hospital to maintain its credibility to see patients.
The reason why I was asking, as far as what offices should look like and whatnot, Jason's been in my office twice.
Definitely not the typical.
Yeah.
I think, according to Luis's file and book, that you probably wouldn't pass. And in which case, I call dibs on your chairs and your couch.
No, but when it comes to private, like I guess Doc Bear, like, do you fall under private practice? That's like I think a totally different ball game. Like, the Joint Commissioning program, from my understanding, and I only worked with them for 3 years. So, but from my understanding, it's like for like the big hospitals, like here in San Diego, we got Sharp Medical. I don't know if I would assume maybe Cyanide Hospital, since it's such a large hospital. Joint Commissioning more than likely goes there and inspects them.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But as far as like a private practice in your house like yours, Doc Bear, I don't think Joint Commissioning you like fall under that. I mean, you would know already, yeah. But I think like if you opened a building and had like several doctors or clinicians in that building, like let's say it's 5 of y'all, then I believe that building will have to be inspected by Joint Commissioning to make sure y'all are operating properly to see patients. So
I was just curious. That's all.
Oh, okay. But no, like I said, it's just great, Jason, to hear, from another side of the street, I guess you can say, of someone that was there alive during 9/11, and my part was going overseas to take the fight to those that brought it to our shores, while your job was to clean up the mess that was made. And first and foremost, thank you so much. As I've gone to get to know a lot of the Ground Zero responders throughout my life because I have been privileged to get to know a lot of those men, just did different banquets and galas and stuff like that. I cannot thank you all enough for what y'all truly do for our nation. Um, you know, for 22 years, I got up and went to work knowing that if anything bad ever happened at my house, my wife and kids just have to pick up a phone call 911, and someone like yourself would be there way before I could ever be there to help, try to help save my family. I can say I'm one of the very fortunate people in America that I was never directly affected by 9/11. As far as like, I don't have family that lives in New York. I didn't have friends there at the time that I knew about. Anyone that I was worried about, my effect with 9/11 was going overseas. But like I said, thank you so much for bringing to life for me the other side of the story of the whole 9/11 spectrum, and sharing.
Thanks for having me.
No, and sharing those I still like to call them demons, you know.
They are. They are demons. I mean, and it's like yesterday, Doc. I know Doc posted that picture I sent him of, and I don't know if you guys saw it or not.
I did post it in Two Docs and a Grunt. I did post it there.
The demon and like the nurse and the doc and the fireman and the cop, and like I told Doc, that is me, and I think that's all three of us. You know, we're that guy in the middle fighting that demon every day with help from our friends like Doc Barry and our families and our friends, and you know, and it's like I didn't post it, and I didn't post my diarrhea of the mouth post for an attaboy or anything. It's just, this is how, I don't speak well of how I feel, but you know, I use pictures and analogies better so everybody can understand. And that picture for me like speaks like, all right, I'm that guy in the middle. On one hand, I've got the demon saying, hey, come hang out with me, we have cookies, and I know you like cookies because you're round.
Yes.
And on the other hand is friends, family, and everybody else going, you don't need cookies. Come on, come hang out with us. And it's like, it's a tough battle.
Yeah.
Because I like fucking cookies.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
You like fucking cookies. That's disgusting.
They didn't put the little... They didn't put the little hole in the fudge stripe ones for no reason.
Right?
Oh, you're little? Is that what you're telling us?
I'm Irish. Yes.
But, you know,
it's like a friend of mine said. He goes, I may never bottom out, but I'll beat the hell out of the sides.
Yeah. But, yeah, you know, it's and you know, another part too is, and the reason why I wanted to thank you so much for sharing your stories, because it's just such a shame how I, in my personal opinion, feel people jump from one bandwagon to another. You know, on September 12th, we're all one unified nation. Everyone loved the police department, the fire department.
Yep.
You know, once the war started, everyone loved, you know, the military. And then it's like, kind of feels like, okay, that shit's played out. It's done. What's the new thing to worry about? What's the new one? What's the new thing? And now all of a sudden it's first responders suck. The police department sucks. They're all murderers. The fire department sucked. Doctors and nurses suck because, oh, did you see that picture of these nurses sleeping in a lounge? Yeah, because those nurses have been working for 36 fucking straight hours.
Exactly.
You know? Those doctors have been, you know, doing surgery for 12 hours in a lead vest because they're taking x-rays as they're doing surgery. So not only are they on their feet for 8 hours, now they're wearing a 40-pound lead vest to protect them while they're doing this surgery. So sorry, that doctor took a 30-minute nap in between their patients. So instead of bitching about it, why don't you fucking go to med school to help out with the shortness of healthcare professionals in this world.
Exactly.
Or do something about it.
I feel, you know what? You and I would be trouble together, sitting somewhere where we can yell and scream at people to make a move, because like, and I've said it. I've had people bitch and scream at me as a fireman, and I'm like, you know what? Come on down to the firehouse. We'll throw some gear on you, and we'll see how you feel.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we're not going to do it on a nice day where it's 60 degrees out and it's, or 40 or 50 degrees. We're going to wait till it's 110 out with 100% humidity. We're going to put you in jeans because you happen to be mowing the lawn, and a short sleeve T-shirt, a regular heavy Carhartt, and then we're going to throw you in a fire. And we'll see how you feel then, motherfucker. Stop watching TV. Get some real life experience, because it ain't Chicago Fire, it ain't Rescue 911, it ain't Houston 911 or whatever. And you know what? Life ain't the SWAT team or SVU. Life is a whole other fucking can of shit, kids.
Yep. And a lot of things that some people I don't think realize too is, I mean, every fire department and first responder, police department, like, every state has their own, I call them rules of engagement, but I guess processes.
No, you're right. Everybody has, every department is different. Everybody has their own rules.
Yeah, and even within that state, each county has their own procedures on how we're going to walk into that burning building, right? How that fire captain, before he sends his men and women, and how we're going to walk into it, right? I hate to bring up, things like Uvalde as well, right? But
holy fuck, that was
I wasn't there, right? I wasn't there. So when people ask me my opinion, I tell them I wasn't there. I've never been a cop. I don't know what the rules and regulations on how we enter a schoolhouse. I said one thing I will tell you though is, maybe if I was there as just Luis Fonseca and I knew my kid was there, like, I would probably be one of those parents like, wait, it's been 15 minutes. Y'all are too scared to go in? Fuck it. I'll go in. I've been to firefights before. I'll tell you that, but I can't speak for why the police did what they did, right? And I'm not going to sit here and listen to the news, because I can have 25 different news stations on, and there's going to be 25 different reports on how the police acted that day.
Amen.
Or how the fire department acted that day. So I can't rely on any news report. I can only rely on what I am there to see firsthand. So no, I'm not going to get in a debate with you about how procedures should be, when I know for a fact that even at the county level, each county has their own procedures on how they take care of certain incidences.
Exactly.
You can't blanket it all.
And that's it. And I think that as a society, that's something we do now is, we see something on TV or we have something in our mind because it's so inundated with us on cops or this, that, or, SVU. That's not how Sadler would do it. You know what? I got into this argument recently, about a year ago, about when that building collapsed in Florida, and with the USAR teams, because I'm friends with a lot of USAR people, and everybody was talking this, that, and the other thing. And I said, not for nothing, boys, but you all are talking, much like I am. I haven't played in the game in 5 years. Shit's changed. We are irrelevant. We have nothing to add to this discussion except our past experiences. And our past experiences may be valid, may be still good, or they could be expired like the milk in my refrigerator. And it's, and I got in this argument, and this one guy's like, I was in this district for 10 years, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you've been retired for 10 years, almost 5. Tell me what's in that district right now. Right now, chop, chop.
What are their lessons learned?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why even though I just barely retired a year ago, when I hear or see on Facebook, people like posted, oh, in the Navy, this is the way, blah 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 blah. What's y'all's opinions? And some people will message me like, I have no opinion anymore. I'm retired. I was like, for all I
Yeah.
know, the instruction could have changed 4 times right now. I'm not gonna sit here and give you my opinion because at the same time, I would look on the screen and be like, who's this old retired guy? Because I would do the same thing when I was still active duty, and some retired guy came up to me, and I'm in the mall, and they're like, "What are you doing in your uniform in here?" I'm picking up some stuff that
Fucking
I need.
underwear.
You're not allowed to be in here in your uniform. I'm sorry. Who are you? Oh, I'm retired such and such. Oh, yeah, you retired fucking 10 years ago. Have you realized that instruction you're talking about has changed 4 times since you're retired? Go educate yourself
Exactly.
before you
Exactly.
you know? Yeah. So, and like you said, the thing that we can provide for this young generation is hopefully how not to be forgotten and left behind when when their
Yes.
generation goes through their tragedy, right? Because every
Exactly.
generation goes through their tragedies.
Exactly.
And
Like Doc and I talk. I told him I should start paying him a weekly copay, and he can bill my insurance company, and we'll go to lunch every day and be nice. My whole hope from this, is listen. If there's some young fucking whippersnapper, firefighter, EMT, rescue geek listening, listen, motherfucker. Talk to somebody, find somebody like Doc Barry, find somebody like Nate, find somebody like Luis, find somebody like me who's been there, done that, and don't keep that shit in because you're going to end up like us three fucks talking to a bald guy with a big beard going, hey, Doc, what the fuck is wrong with us?
right.
We've got these boxes. I got a gun in my mouth. My kids hate my guts because I'm always cranky and on edge and walking on fucking eggshells and pissing razor blades while walking on the edge of a lemon juice fucking pool. This is not kosher. This is not what it's supposed to be. So for all you young motherfuckers, find an old guy, and the old guy will take care of you. And Doc. Well, Doc's old too, but
Yes. Oh, I'm ancient. But no, the message is I'm going to take that and reformulate it.
that's
Mental
what you do.
health and mental hygiene should become the norm, not the exception, and it should start on day one, not
Exactly.
after a person has been so symptomatic and so emotionally damn near ruined by the job. Let's start this early. Let's put this fire out early. Let's make opening our mouths and saying something the norm instead of the exception. What do you think, gents? Do you think that'll help the statistics? I think
I
it will.
hope so. I hope so.
Exactly.
It'll
Right.
unload a lot of that burden.
I mean, I've gone up and done public speaking after I was awarded. And Jason, I'm not sure how much Doc Barry and Nate back told you on my story, but I was awarded the Navy Cross, which is the medal right underneath the Medal of Honor for my actions in Iraq. Um,
That makes you a pretty badass dude.
No, sir.
We love you, Superman. We love you.
No, and I appreciate that, gentlemen, but I think we can all kind of agree, at least to a certain level, that when those situations arise, and you're part of a brotherhood, and you've been trained that you know what your job is to help keep each other alive, you really have one of two choices. You're either going to perform your duties or you're not.
Yep.
And you really don't know until that day happens. And I was just very fortunate that I performed my duties. I was able to allow men to have a few more years with their families. Now I don't view it anymore as so much of a failure because they know we lost 18 guys that day anyways. I didn't, do it properly. But anywho, what I was going to get at was how beneficial would it have been, I think, for maybe the day after we came back from Iraq or Afghanistan, or the day you came back from Ground Zero, and you walked in and you had some old geezer, right? Like I had maybe some old Desert Storm guy or Vietnam guy that welcomed us home and said, hey, before you go see your families, this is who I am. I went to war for this country 20 years ago. I suffered from this, and this. I put a gun to my head. I pulled the trigger. I drank myself in the bottle. I, trying to take the pain away with the needle in my arm. Some of y'all are going to experience this, but I'm telling you, that's not the way you have to experience it. After I doing that for 20 years and almost trying to destroy myself for 20 years, I found a way, and this is the way to go about it. Some of y'all might never process that day to a point where it's going to get this bad, but some of y'all will, and I want you all to know that it's okay. Like, how powerful would that have been coming home to that, to a group of people that have already experienced it and says, hey, look, you're not going to be forgotten about. You're going to start having some dreams or some nightmares or auditory, some other sensory triggers that are going to remind you of those days. But there's a group of us here waiting for you. When those happens, for you to come in and say, and I'm not talking about necessarily the VFWs or whatever, the firefighters might have an association like that as well. I'm not sure, right? But I'm sure you guys do.
Yeah.
But where there's an organization, like, it's not a just a go get drunk and tell your woe is me story, like I was a badass at 22 years old and went to combat story. This is an organization for you to come and share your story, because that psych doctor is only going to hear it once every 2 weeks. But we want to hear it every day, so that way you don't have to start from point one again. Yeah, you can continue on every day right here. Here it is. You go get the professional medical help from your doctor, but that brotherhood, that sisterhood that really keeps us alive, we're right here waiting for you, because it's going to happen. I think for me, that would have changed my world so much,
I agree.
Come home from trauma.
Yeah. I mean, when I came back, yeah, like we came back and I told Doc this and he damn near shit a Twinkie. We came back and the state in its infinite wisdom had like a stress management team, which consisted of some folks that took a weekend class and first responder stress and some clergy. And we sit around and talk about bullshit. And it was like, again, you put type A people who've been taught for years and years and years, keep that shit bottled up. Finally, somebody goes and asks something, what kind of God would allow this to happen, or why did this happen? With not necessarily looking for an answer, but in this group's case, the clergy that was in charge of this, Doc knows what's coming, goes, it was God's will.
Yeah.
When the clergyman left, he had a black eye and a bloody nose.
Oh, I bet. Because
the guy that got him was punching him, got 2 hits in before we could stop him.
Man.
Such clergy members are to be avoided religiously, I might hasten to add.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, us as a human being population, every organization has those people that make it through, like there's doctors, and I've worked with some doctors that bitch and complain, and they're like, I should have gone to law school instead, or I should have done this other thing instead. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, then go do it. Stop being a doctor, because our patients see that you don't fucking care about them.
Exactly. Exactly. Find people that care. I've had young firemen come up to me. We had a bad accident about 12 years ago now, because it was right before my daughter was born. And we had these two 16-year-old kids I stuck on the back of the fire truck. I wouldn't let them anywhere near anything because there was no need for them to witness the death and destruction I did. You know, we came back to the firehouse and they're like, hey, can we talk? And I'm like, yeah. I called up my ex-wife, my wife at the time, and I said, listen, we're taking two kids for ice cream today. They're having a hard time dealing with this accident.
Yeah.
And they want to chat. Okay. You know, I'm still friends with both of them, both of those kids, and they both said my ex-wife and I taking them for ice cream made the biggest difference in everything. And if I wish I had me at that age to say, hey, listen, this is what, like you said, Luis, this is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to do. You're going to call me. This is what you're going to hear. You know, it's all going to be auditory, a sensory reboot every time you drive by this spot on the road. It's gonna happen. You're gonna hear something at some point, and it's gonna flash you back. You're gonna smell something, and it's gonna flash you back. You know, and instead of just stuff it down.
No,
Jason,
you know, what you did.
Go ahead, Nate.
You didn't allow them to be alone in the trauma.
Exactly.
That's huge. Yep.
Yeah. You know, I would tell my junior corpsmen when they were first going off into Iraq or Afghanistan, and they're like, man, you know, Fonseca, this is your fourth or fifth or sixth deployment. I did 9 deployments in my whole career. And they're like, man, you must not be scared of anything by now. And I said, no, that's the thing, right? Is you all are getting that very misconstrued. I said, I am just as fearful, if not more fearful than you all are. And they'd be like, no, you're not. Whatever. You're just saying that to you know, console us because we're first timers, our first time going to Iraq or Afghanistan. I said, the thing is you're afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of the known because I know how bad our days can turn and how bad the years can turn leading after those days. I say, so my fear comes from knowing how bad this can get. Your fear is the unknown. I said, so there's a big difference. I said, so don't get me wrong. I'm very fearful. I'm very scared every time we walk out that wire. It's just, I've learned, you know, with training, just like you guys as firefighters, right? Through training, you rely on your skill set. You rely on the fact that your leadership is making a good informed decision on, hey, it's time for us to be able to run into that building now. Because that's one thing a lot of people don't realize either is firefighters don't just go up to a house that's on fire, put on their gear, and just run into that building. Like there's the chief on scene that's assessing the situation. You know, they put water here and here first before any firefighter goes into that house. You know,
exactly.
But yeah, I just wanted. I don't know where my rambling was going on with that, but yeah, anywho.
Well, Luis just texted. He's got things to do. Don't forget to flush when you get done doing those. We've been at this 2 hours. I have enjoyed it immensely.
Me too.
I hope you did too. Yeah, good.
And yeah, just definitely a to be continued session because
without a doubt,
we have a lot more to talk about. So
without a doubt.
And so, like I said, Jason, once again, just for me personally, from a man that remembers watching those towers be hit, standing on the sidelines for the first 6 months as wanting to be one of those people, hey, I want to go get payback, you know, take the fight to them. But then watching on the news, you guys really at Ground Zero. And I remember the first time I visited Ground Zero when it was just a big hole after most of the rubble was removed. And then going years later, you know, as the memorial is being built and now going there after it's been built. I just personally want to thank you, like I said, from someone that watched the sidelines and on the news, what you and those men and women did that day to try to to remove the rubble to bring as many of those victims home. Thank you so much. Because this nation we win as a team. You know, whether you're wearing a combat uniform, a police uniform, a firefighter uniform, a doctor, nurse uniform, or any other type of uniform, if you're working out of the kindness of your heart and soul for the betterment of this country, that's how we're going to make our country better. So thank you and your brothers and sisters for what you all had to endure that day in order for one other person to have another Christmas or another birthday with their family member. So thank you so much, Jayson, for everything that you have done for our country as well.
Thank you. That means a lot. That really does.
So I guess with that, gentlemen, it's a good time to say our goodbyes, and we will definitely continue on this at a later time, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank
All
you
right.
once again. It's been such
He's
a pleasure
10 minutes
to meet
away
you.
from you guys. Listen up. He's 10 minutes away from my house. So you guys get your asses in the nearest airplane. Come on over. Go sit in my weird office.
Yeah,
and let it ride for.
that'd be great. That would be great. All right, guys. Well, I'll
Just
talk
the
to y'all
place to do
later.
it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm stopping the recording.